All right, guys, welcome to First and Goal. I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. All right, guys, so we had a big Thursday night football game. It is official. We got through Sunday. I want to talk about the Jets. I want to talk about the Giants. But man, oh man, it really hurts to see the Giants lose against the Washinton Football Team off of a dumb and ill-advised penalty, all right? An offsides penalty, okay? That's the part that hurts the most, guys, because of the fact that we saw what we got from Daniel Jones, and I made it in that last video that how I'm sick and tired of Daniel Jones, and which I still am. Whatever he ended up displaying on Thursday, that does not change on how I feel. It doesn't change on how I feel because of the fact that Daniel Jones, he will give you those good glimpses. He plays really great against Washington, but he sucks against everybody else. And that's the thing I can't get over, all right? When you give him time in the pocket, he can definitely, give you everything that you need to get out of a quarterback. But, man, oh man, I don't know. I just think that the Giants this year are going to just be terrible. And I don't want to sound, like a Debbie Downer, but from everything that I'm seeing, that week one was just abysmal of a game. Okay, from the Broncos, yes, they have they actually have a good defense, but you have Teddy Bridgewater on the other side. He should not be, giving you 27 points. All right, he should not be that type of quarterback. He should be giving you about 17 points, 20 points. So 27 is just way too much for my liking. Okay, and I just think that we had an excellent opportunity to go and ended up defeating the Washington Football Team, but we didn't. All right, we lost 29-30. All right, it came down to the final play, and what hurt the most was that as a Giants fan, you remember all the heartaches that we had with Eli Manning, but we dealt with that because of the fact that this guy ended up giving us 2 championships. Okay, will Daniel Jones be able to give us 2 championships? Most likely not. All right, and that's just the reality of it because of the fact that Daniel Jones, doesn't have that killer instinct. Okay, Eli did. All right, I know Daniel Jones threw, he threw 22 out of 32 passes. All right, for 200, just a yard short of 200. A yard short of 250 yards with 1 touchdown. Should have been 2 touchdowns if Darrious Slayton ended up, grabbing onto that ball. All right, because he was wide open, and honestly, I can't think of a wide receiver being that wide open in quite some time. And there was nobody by him. That was a blown coverage by Washington. And, Slayton had the opportunity. It was right in his fingertips, and it just dropped. All right, and honestly, when he ended up dropping it, what it felt like was when Wes Welker ended up dropping that football against the New York Football Giants in Super Bowl, 41, 42? And, was it 47 or something like that? I can't remember. It's been a while back. But when Wes Welker ended up dropping that football to seal the deal for the Patriots, but then the Giants came back, and then Eli Manning throwing that beautiful pass to Mario Manningham on the sidelines. All right, then leading up to Ahmad Bradshaw going in for the touchdown. All right, to me, that's what it felt like seeing Darrious Slayton drop the football, because I'm like, that was our best opportunity. You get that touchdown in, it is over. Washington does not have a snowball's chance on even winning this football game, okay? But we settled for field goals. Yes, we have Graham Gano, who is automatic. This guy was killing it. This guy had about 5 field goals, all right? 2 of them, or 4 of them? 2 of them, past the 50-yard mark? That is incredible, all right? What is it? He had 52 and then 51? Yeah, no. I'm just very disgusted on how the Giants ended up performing. No, 5 field goals. I'm sorry, 5 of them. And the longest one was 55 yards. Completely disgusted on how the Giants ended up, handling that. Does this fall on Daniel Jones? No, it does not, because Daniel Jones actually had a pretty good game. Okay, Saquon Barkley had that one big run, okay, and that's just been how Saquon's career has been. He'll rush you for about 2 to 3 yards per rush, and then he'll explode at some point for like a 20-yard run, and that'll make up the big difference, okay? I'm truly starting to think that maybe Saquon Barkley just doesn't have it. He give you that one home run hit, and then it'll just change everything about him. Outside of that, Jones, rushed the ball for 9 times, had 95 yards and a touchdown. Should have been 2 touchdowns, but I don't understand why was it that, Slayton or was it, or I can't remember if it was Galladay that had the holding call, okay? After that, we had Shepard, who caught the ball 9 times for 94 yards. Slayton, three catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 3 catches for 38 yards. Rudolph, who I love, actually, and they should be giving him the ball more often. He had 2 receptions for 25 yards. Evan Ingram. Saquon had 2 catches for 12 yards. And it just, the Giants had everything to their advantage. They played the better game, but yet you let Taylor Heineke, all right? Taylor Heineke, who at one point was playing for the XFL and was thinking about quitting to play football, okay? He thought about quitting, his dream of playing in the NFL, all right? That guy. You let him beat you, okay? He threw the ball 46 times, all right? He had 34 completions for 46 pass attempts. He threw the ball for over 330 yards, 336 yards to be exact. 1 interception, which that should have also sealed the deal. James Bradbury was perfect, disguising himself in that zone and then picking him off, all right? But he had 2 touchdowns. One of them, he just was going bananas on it. And that was the touchdown to Ricky Seals-Jones, which honestly, I don't understand how they weren't in front of him, because of the fact that I understand he kind of like pushed off a little bit, but he didn't overly exaggerate push it off like Chris Godwin did last week against the Dallas Cowboys. But man, this one really hurt. This one hurt them, a tremendous amount, because I get getting scorched by Terry McLaurin, but you getting scorched, that touchdown by Ricky Seals-Jones, and that's a who's who. Who is that? Man, I don't know. What do the Giants do next? Because I believe they face Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. All right? I'm pretty sure they face Atlanta. Yeah, they face Atlanta, who's not that great. They should be able to get that done. But something tells me that, what? Matt Ryan is gonna generate back down to Matty Ice, and he's gonna scorch the Giants, because the Giants defense didn't look that great this past Thursday. I could tell you that. They didn't look that great against Teddy Bridgewater. I could tell you that. You think they're gonna stop the nosebleed against Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts, and Calvin Ridley? Who knows? All right. But all I do know is this: Matt Ryan's coming to town. And I just have a strong feeling that he might turn back to the old Matt Ryan, not the Matt Ryan that's been sucking for the last 2 years, and he's been having all the help in the world. But yeah, that's what I got to say about that. I don't know. Now, with Joe Judge, that should never have happened. Him being a special teams coordinator in New England, there should be no reason why Dexter Lawerence should be jumping off sides. And I don't care if they rewinded tape and said that he didn't jump off sides. The fact is that they rewinded tape after the game was over, and they said, "Oh, he wasn't off sides." No reason why he should be hopping over the line. Okay, whether he did or didn't go off sides. What makes you think that he's gonna stop the ball? What makes you think that he's gonna be able to block the kick? He's one of the last people gonna be blocking the kick. He was right dead center in the middle. All right, he was right in front of the snapper. Come on, man! You should be one of the last people to be jumping off sides. And that's what cost us the game, because Dustin Hopkins missed the first field goal, all right, and he was wide to the right. Now you give him a second chance, and then with moving him up 5 yards closer, and Hopkins ends up making it in, and the Washington Football Team improves to 1-1. The New York Football Giants, go down to 0-2. Again, 0-2. Now this is going to tell us a lot. Going into MetLife Stadium, Joe Judge is going to have to face Matt Ryan. All right. Matt Ryan doesn't have Julio Jones against him. How's he going to, game plan against him? You're gonna have to figure out a way on how to stop Calvin Ridley. You're going to have to put James Bradbury on him. All right. Then what are you going to put? Logan Ryan? Or you're going to have to put a safety on Kyle Pitts, because Kyle Pitts is way too quick. This guy's looks like more like Evan Ingram. But I don't know. There's going to be a lot of questions for the Giants as for how they're going to handle this. And then moving on to the Jets, you have, what's his name? Zach Wilson making his home debut, okay? Didn't look so great in Carolina, but he was picking it up. They made adjustments. Not Ryan Salah. Salah ended up making adjustments in the second half, where Zach Wilson, didn't look like, lost or, feeling the pressure or whatever. But in this game, he did, all right? Mac Jones didn't look that great. He was no Tom Brady. No Tom Brady whatsoever, all right? The guy ended up getting smashed by Sheldon Rankins. Smashed to the floor, all right? He was holding onto the ball too quick. The defense was giving them a chance, all right? But when you commit 4 interceptions, okay? Zach Wilson was just being way too aggressive, and he threw 3 interceptions in his time with BYU. This guy outdid it in just one game. 4 interceptions. I have no idea what Zach Wilson was looking at. I don't know if he was, seeing ghosts, like what Sam Darnold did when he ended up facing the New England Patriots. I just don't understand it. But he threw 4 interceptions. I believe 2 of them to the same DB. I just don't understand that part, okay? Didn't give your team a chance to win. Now you go down 0-2, okay? As for the Jets, I believe, they have it a little bit tougher, in my opinion, of a schedule. They're facing, what is it now? The Broncos. They have to go to Mile High to go face the Broncos. Good luck with that, Zach Wilson. And it doesn't get easier after that, because then you have the Titans rolling into town, led by Derrick Henry, Julio Jones, and you have Anthony. Well, no, what's it called? You have the other Brown. I always forget his name. It's not Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown is a cornerback. Why am I having these brain farts right now? And I actually have him on my fantasy football roster. A.J. Brown. Why was I thinking about Anthony Brown for a second? You have A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones. All right. And then you have Mike Vrabel as your head coach. Good luck. Good luck, Zach Wilson, because I don't know. I had high hopes for you. I still do. But you can't be that aggressive. And now you're going to be facing 2 teams that, look pretty good. And then after that, followed by, you're going to end up facing the Falcons, and then the Patriots, and then the Bengals, and then the Colts, and then the Bills, and then the Dolphins, and then the Texans, then the Eagles, Saints, Dolphins, Jaguars, Buccaneers, and then Bills to close out the season. Oof. You need to get it together, Zach Wilson. You need to get it together, because the Jets traded away Sam Darnold just to have your services, okay? They traded away Sam Darnold to have your services, and right now you're looking a lot worse than what Sam Darnold did, all right? You look pretty good in college. This is not college. You can't be way too aggressive, all right? You have to just take whatever the defense is giving you at this point, all right? Take whatever the defense is giving you, and then after that, once in a while, go for that home run throw, okay? But you can't be going for that home run throw all the time. Trust your receivers. Because he had a couple of openings where they should have never been interceptions. But yeah, that's just my take, all right? Thank you for tuning in to First and Goal. I'm your host, Slavo Ariana, and then stay tuned for furthermore of my intakes about the NFL season, and you'll be seeing more of me throughout the weeks to come. Until then, guys, I am Slavo Ariana, and I'm signing out. Peace, guys. And then also, please hit that like and subscribe button, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.